Wait, did I hear that right? Monsieur Neurvalet, are you sure you'd like to take over the case?
That's right.
No, but why? Technically speaking, cases like...
Neurvalet! Sidine! Hey there! What are you two talking about?
Traveler in Paimon, please help me talk our chief... This is completely unprecedented. How can we have the Udex acting like a private detective? Hmm?
Thank you for your concern, but I currently have... Oh, apologies. I took your question in earnest, but...
So, what is it exactly? It sure sounds serious.
A Melusine named Kiara received a threat letter.
And then?
That is all the information I have acquired at this stage.
Huh?
I have no idea why you're so hung up over this. I've checked the schedule in advance, and it seems like there aren't any trials today. So...
Thank you for understanding. I will leave a note explaining my absence on my desk. I would appreciate it if you could take it to Lady. She may have no interest in official affairs, but standard procedure dictates that...
Yes, understood. I'll come...
Judging from Sidine's reaction, it must be pretty rare for you to...
I cannot tell you just yet, but it reminded me of... There could be complicated conflicts of interest behind all this, so I must eliminate all risk.
Come on! Stop being so secretive!
It is not my intention to keep you in the dark, but I need some time to revisit those memories. Long story short, a little more than 400 years ago, I became the Udex of Fontaine and initiated a series of... There were few people I could trust, but I had two subordinates who were exceptionally trustworthy and capable. Carol, a Melusine, and Vautrin.
They must have been amazing people to receive such high...
Indeed. Unfortunately, I wasn't. The reforms damaged the interests of some, and the more conservative faction took advantage of Carol's identity to instigate political unrest. Ultimately, they wanted me to yield more of... The incident resulted in Carol taking her own life, and Vautrin being exiled. From then on, I've been especially careful when dealing with... All Melusines used to live a secluded life away from I granted their wishes when some of them, including Carol, asked me to bring them to the court of Fontaine. Many common folk believe that I share a special bond with the Melusines, and some of them, especially those who hold a grudge against me, I have nothing against the opinions of others. It has already happened once, and I want to...
Even so, why do you have... There's the guards, the Maréchaussée Phantom, and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Based on prior experience, there is a high chance that those who hold hostility towards the political system of Fontaine is relatively complex and involves the interests of multiple different factions. However, since I am technically an outsider in Fontaine...
Outsider? But aren't you the Chief Justice of Fontaine?
I understand where you are coming from, but there is not necessarily a connection between... You know very well about my true identity, and have even met others of my kind in other names. Even though I was born with a human form, there is a fundamental... Taking on the role of Chief Justice does not make me a part of this community. In fact, I have lived in Fontaine for a long time, but I do not belong here. That is why I call myself an outsider. A fish out of...
Yeah, we have nothing to do with all those organizations anyway. So how... Let's team up and round up all the bad guys lurking...
That does not sound like a bad idea. I rarely investigate cases on my own.
Oh, Paimon's starting to get a little embarrassed.
I will write my note of absence right away. Let us depart together. Let us go. We should visit Kiara first and try to gain a better understanding of the situation.
So Neurvalet feels like he doesn't truly belong here in Fontaine, but is that really true? Paimon feels like he has a kinda skewed perspective on a lot of things. Paimon's been thinking. You called yourself a fish out of water, right? But since you're the Hydro Dragon, would a dragon out of water suit you better?
Thank you for your suggestion. I will consider using the more accurate term in private occasions. Please allow me to rephrase. Has a dragon...
weird. Let's stick with the previous version instead.
Kiara.
Huh? Monsieur Neuvillette! And you are? Oh, I remember! You're the Traveler and Paimon!
Aww, she's adorable!
Hey! Thanks for the compliment.
I heard from Sidine that you received a threatening letter.
A threatening letter? The letter fell through the crack in my door as I was heading out this morning. It said something about catching me, so I thought someone wanted to play. But Sidine told me it was a threatening letter, and that I could be in danger. But that's not good.
Have you run into any suspicious...
Suspicious-looking people? What counts as suspicious? Ah! Did you... Nope. I don't remember.
Do you still have the letter with you? I want you to show me what it says.
Oh, let's see. Found it.
Now then, get lost. If you don't leave the Maréchal... a simple threat. Neither the handwriting nor the content, we can't rule out that possibility. Since you can't think of anyone suspicious, I will be heading back. Kiara, you should come with us. It's...
Sure! Wait, no. I still have a case to work on.
But you are being watched right now. Going off...
And that's where we come in to help. We'll stay with Kiara and make sure she's with us around anyone scheming to hurt Kiara.
Thank you, Traveler. Big Sis Paimon.
Oh.
All right. Let us go our separate ways for now.
We'll take her to a lost place right away. So, Kiara, how old are you?
Let me think. 1, 2, 10? I can't remember. But I remember coming to the Court of Fontaine with Carol and Neuvillette. That must have been a long time ago.
Carol? Didn't Neuvillette mention her just now? That was more than 400 years ago. Why would Paimon be a big sister to you?
My memory isn't that good. But Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis.
Huh, Paimon sees. Hey, Traveler, did you hear that? Strange. Paimon felt like someone was...
Pilaf!
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two...
Oh, they're the Traveler and Big Sis...
I thought so. What brings you here? Did you run into...
It's not really
May I begin inspecting the store as planned?
Of course.
No hazards detected. You've cleared the inspection. Seems like the criminal from that case.
That was quick. What were you...
I took a look around the shop. Neuvillette says that us Melazines have special eyes that things like bloodstains. No matter how hard you try to clean them up.
All right. Now that you're... Hear me out. I'm planning to release an outfit for children next...
Of course! Is there...
Please wait a moment while I take your measurements.
Seems like they get along really well, huh? What are you looking at? Is there really someone watching us? Shh!
Strange?
What? Gotcha! Ah! Charlotte, what? Oh, wait, don't tell Paimon you're the one who sent Kiara.
Threat letter? What threat? This is starting to feel like an interrogation. Okay, I'll be straight with you.
You want to interview him?
That's right. I'm not the only one, you know. Interviewing him is every journalist's dream, but it's not an easy task to accomplish. The Palais Mermonia rarely accepts appointment requests from us, so imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today. It seemed like you were investigating some. Of course, I'll make sure to turn in my manuscript to him for review. I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved.
Yeah, we're doing a secret investigation that can't be made public.
I see. Well, if you say so. In exchange, could you tell me what the threat letter is about?
All right, then.
What? Someone's Shh!
Not so loud.
It just so happens that I did it. I'll ask my colleagues about it. But I gotta warn you.
Why?
People care a great deal about Monsieur Neuvrelet's each and every... Anyway, I'll get...
Well, that was a nice chat.
What do you think? The design looks pretty good, huh?
I think it's great!
Huh. It's very...
Coran! What are you doing here? It seems that you just showed up at...
As I passed by the Palais Mermonia, I heard that Neuvillette was investigating a... Technically speaking, he and I are under an employer-employee relationship. It didn't feel right to have... I happened to have some time at the moment, and came to take a look. I sometimes have my clothes custom-made at this boutique, and...
Ah, Neuvillette.
Leave this to me. You should go meet up with Neuvillette.
Okay, then, we'll leave Kiara in your hands.
Oh, you're back. Is everything all right?
We ran into Cloran. She...
That is good to hear. I trust her abilities.
We thought so too. Well...
I've been looking over the case records, specifically inspection reports. I've come up with two plans. On one hand, I could start with Kiara and track down the group behind all the... On the other, I could also analyze the conflicting interests of these
They both sound like pretty solid plans.
Don't worry. I'm a fast reader when it comes to official documents.
We'll help you read through them.
Thank you. I will continue looking through the ones piled. Have you made any progress?
We skipped through some of them, but there's still many.
I would love to answer that question, but the truth is I've never... If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases.
Whoa, that's a lot. Looks like the work of a chief.
That might be how it seems from another's perspective, but trials and official duties, there are many documents here. Take a break if you are tired.
You read Paimon.
All right, let us take a break then.
Even the resting of the silence is making Paimon.
Please pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to the Palais Mermonia for... Would you like to have some drinks, perhaps?
Ooh, drinks! Thank you! Paimon wonders what Novelette likes to drink. He seems like the type of person who'd own an entire winery. You know... What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
So it's just plain old...
What did you think it was?
Since you're the Chief Justice...
This water is indeed very special. It would not be an... I believe you've already tried Fonta. In fact, there are many other drink factories in Fontaine. Said water is sourced from all across Tevat, including Monst. Here is one of their latest products. Water from Sumeru's Apam Woods. If I were to comment on their mouthfeel... the waters of Cider Lake warm the... Distinct differences exist between the waters.
Really? Let Paimon try!
What do you think?
Nope.
How regrettable. It seems...
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon's pretty sure most ordinary people... Oh, could it be because you're the Hydra? We are allowed to bring that up. Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you're the... Sorry. Paimon was just curious.
There's nothing to hide. I was simply I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers to questions.
Questions? Are there really...
Many, in fact. But the one question that puzzles me the most concerns my own existence. In essence, I neither know why I was born in this form, nor do I understand where my long... I lost many memories from the moment I was born. The primordial sea, for example. I can only vaguely recall its connection to me, but I am unaware of what that connection is exactly. Perhaps the elemental dragons of other nations may have some form of an answer. However, they are scattered across all of Tevat.
True. Some of them have very... unique personalities, too.
I have been holding on to these unanswered questions for a long time. But there is one thing I've discovered along the way. My emotions easily resonate with those of others. Even I don't have the slightest idea. My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between humans and myself. By observing their behavior, perhaps I could one day understand the
Have you made any progress then?
Perhaps, but I find such progress difficult to describe. As an outsider, chances to engage in meaningful interactions. That's why I'm quite thankful for this chat. Such opportunities are rare. Alas, time is limited. We should move.
Are we gonna continue reading these documents?
I wasn't able to find any leads even after browsing through most of the document.
Water? Do you mean...
That's right. The Fountain of Lucine is where all of Fontaine's waters converge. It is... If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against me, they should... Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by sensing the hydro element.
Huh. Why didn't Paimon...
Perhaps we should go. There shouldn't be too many people near...
Monsieur Neuvillette?
I probably shouldn't disturb them.
Looks like we got lucky today. There's hardly any...
Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Perhaps leave the investigation to me. I need you to...
A safe distance? No. Whoa, it's glowing!
Thank you for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuvillette. The Cour de Fontaine is truly incredible. There's...
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank me. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest. Melusine's special sight make them especially suited for joining the Maréchaussée.
I know, but not only can I repay you for your kindness, but also...
But a meaningful life.
It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village. In truth, I've never really understood for almost 20 years. We've stayed in our village without finding any answers.
I understand your confusion. In fact, I too came here for an answer to my question.
Really? Could you tell us what the truth is? Many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village. It hurt a lot when they hit me in the head.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to piece different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening the barrier. There aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated into the society.
Oh, I see. I'm confident that we'll find the meaning of our
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead. If you run into any trouble, I suggest that you inform
Huh? Is he the person...
Yes? Do you...
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities to...
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no need.
Oh. Hello. I'm Carol.
Get away from here! I'm calling the guard.
Please, calm down.
Hard to say.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters.
Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe Neuvillette allowed them into the court.
Exactly! That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that, but they're now
Go away! Quit acting innocent!
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him. We joined the Maréchaussée Phantom and solved lots and...
Solving cases? With Neuvillette in cahoots with you? You could have fabricated... So tell me, how can you guarantee...
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Maréchaussée, there have indeed been an increase in cases recently. Perhaps due to the shifting currents of conspiracy.
Even the captain of the security patrol is on their side. Neuvillette's newly
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
You heard that?
Yeah, I don't understand.
There have been rumors saying that you were born from Calamity. There are countless negative rumors about you floating around in Fontaine. It's near impossible.
Monsieur Neuvillette said that we needed to put both time. I still want to try a little harder. Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time. I painted a lot of flat.
Give them to me.
You're not.
We'll hand them out together. The faster we get this done,